Hello, I'm Julia King Boone with The Growing Intuitive, and I've recently purchased 2 tarot, 1 oracle, and a book that I'd love to share with you. Let's take a look together. First up, we have Curious Travels Tarot by Amelia Rosier. And oh my goodness, I'm excited to have this in my collection. I honestly am taking kind of a chance on this deck because I haven't watched a full walkthrough before. And I just think it's beautiful, and it has enough like white space in it, I think, that, which we'll get into when we look at the cards, that I think is going to be really good. Um, but it's a US Games deck, and it has this new style of cutaway on the box that I believe they started with maybe the Fyodor Pavlov tarot. But it's just a sign of the increasing quality in the US Games print and production. And look, you can see this beautiful gold foiling or stamping. I'm actually not sure which method this is. So, the nerds can get at me in the comments. But I really love these extra details and touches. And the back of the deck shows 3 cards with, you can see, sort of like that white space I was talking about. I'm excited to get into that. I'm going to see. Oh, that's a nice tight fit. We have a really kind of a plain yellow, which is actually really beautiful golden yellow. The book. Oh, there's a ribbon. Yes. Another sign of quality is a wonderful ribbon. Okay, we have this really nice perfect bound. I believe this is called book. Okay, this is lovely. It's full color. Oh, I like that. I gotta smell it. Okay. Yeah, fresh off the press. Love that. Curious Travels Tarot deck, created by Amelia Rosier, is comprised of 79 original watercolor illustrations. So that is 1 more than usual, my friends. So you have the major arcana. We have chunks of text, upright and reverse meanings for each of the major arcana. Lovely. So it is bigger, I think, and more text than sort of your normal US Games. Also, this is in just English, and if you're familiar, US Games has a history of printing their guidebooks in multiple languages, usually with those little tuck box style decks. In the minor arcana, wow, okay, you get a whole. Okay, you get just as much, I guess, but some of these are just longer. Like the Nine of Wands, these are 3 large paragraphs. 10 of Wands, large paragraphs. So I guess it depends how much content you get for each one, but you're still getting a general meaning about, looks like the illustration and what's happening in the card, as well as the upright and reverse meanings all the way through the minors too, which is nice. And at the back, we have the bonus card explanation, the Travelers, and then we have spreads. Oh, this is so cute. I feel like I'm in a child's book right now. Oh, cute. The Curious Traveler spread about the creator. Wonderful. Cute. So glad. So glad to be experiencing this deck. I did not see it when it was published independently, so this is new for me. Look at this beautiful, like, yellow. Oh, I'm so in love with gold and yellow right now. So very cute, very well constructed box. The cards are still in the plastic. Let's get into it. Oh, wow. This is a linen finish. Look at this. Okay, nice. Unedged. Oh, it's so slidey. Oh, I really like that. Really lovely, simple backs. To be honest, when I saw this on other channels, I didn't even pay attention to the backs, and I usually do. Because I like them. I don't know, I like them to be cute. And this immediately is giving me that sort of illustrated, soft, like a gentle feel. So it's an interesting contrast actually to like the dark box, just color wise. So very interesting use of gentleness and pastel. All right. And I want to do a little flip through, honestly. So we're going to go through it because I haven't seen this. And obviously, neither have you on this channel. Okay. I'm so excited. We have the Fool, this monkey dipping gold into an alligator's mouth, or taking it from the alligator's mouth. Either way, that's a really risky extension. That's a risk being taken. Could be foolish, you never know. And each card has this little bit of gold. As you can see, it's really nice. It really is drawing attention to the cup here, the pentacles. Interesting, I don't see, I guess he's holding a wand, but I'm not seeing like a sword for the 4 elements here. Am I missing something? Okay. Well, we have the Magician, the High Priestess. I love that she's veiled. There's that sense of mystery and hidden knowledge being communicated here with this crescent moon, this gold crescent moon. Interesting pillars, the Boaz, and I think it's Joachim. I always say that. Yeah. We have the Empress carrying through that lovely pomegranate imagery we love to see, as well as these beautiful like sheaves coming through. Like her hair is growing up like the harvest, and she seems to be pregnant here. We have stars over her eyes. This is really lovely. Just the colors are gorgeous. The Emperor, we see holding a disc. The Ankh, it looks like here, really weighing heavy actually on this Emperor. But I love the bare feet. Looks like he's either like these are mountains and he's really mighty, or it's snow, and there's mountains behind him. Love that. We have the Ram for Aries. Yeah. We have the Hierophant. Really interesting. Like these lines, like listening, hearing. We have the pillars again, calling back to the High Priestess. And then this Hierophant seems like, reminds me of Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's an episode with an owl as a keeper of a library that's hidden under the sand. And this is giving me those vibes. Like this owl is like, you shall not pass kind of thing for these little people here. So it's very fantastical. The Lovers with this like all-seeing eye. Oh, this is beautiful with elephants. They're such loving animals. I could really enjoy that. I can't wait to read about this through the book as well. The Chariot, again with like small people, large animals. So this like emphasis on the 2 sides of us that we balance in order to move forward, and how they need to become like move into harmony with each other, and like we need to love all shadow and light parts of ourselves so completely in order to move forward. And we've seen Strength on the cover of the book, the box of the deck. I love that this huge lion, again, enormous animals, small people. So this beautiful lion with flowers, gold flowers in their mane, cradling this person in just such a loving, caring way. And it's interesting to me because usually we see the you call it the maiden. We usually see this character sort of holding the lion. So it's an interesting balance about like what's large, what's taking up space. The Hermit here, oh, I'm working with the Hermit right now personally, and this is stunning. An absolutely glorious card. I love it. This is gorgeous. I love that the star is here on their face, and it is sort of showing, I think, the relationship between their light, their inner light, the light of the soul, the wisdom, and going within to find those answers through the dark. It's just stunning. And by the way, there is some glare here. Let me see if I need to turn off a light. No. Okay, we'll just keep it on. It's because of this lovely linen finish. We have a little bit of a glare. The Wheel of Fortune. Again, we of course expect an eye here. We do expect to see the animals and the wings on the Wheel of Fortune here. I don't really know my Egyptian pantheon, folks. Is this Anubis? But it's that idea, though, of like life and death here. It feels scorpionic to me. Wow, justice. And again, we have two pillars. This is great. So we're seeing this repeat of energy, like towing this line, being like crossing this expanse between two sides, and the weighing of light and dark, and keeping the balance on your journey. That's wonderful. The Hanged Man. Look at that gold shining. Yes. I'm loving the gold stamping. This Hanged Man looks a little bit precarious. It's wrapped up in a snake. Let's see what they look like upside down, or to us it'd be right side up. It's hard to focus. There we go. So we do see someone surrendering. So it's hard for me to read upside down facial expressions, but what I do, I love that they're just like, I let go. I'm letting go into this situation. Death Gorge, we love them. We love a beautiful death card with this sense of people fearing it. Actually, people are fearing death, but here we see this sort of looming red sun in the back, the very traditional kind of lotus style flower here for new life and rebirth. And they're on the blade of the scythe. That's dope. On the edge, riding that edge. Oh, Temperance. This is so sweet. I almost expected this kid to be the Fool when I first saw like the creative for this deck. I was thinking, oh, that must be the Fool. But it's Temperance, which is actually one of my significator type of cards, as it is a Sagittarius card, and I am a Sagittarius, Moon, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune. And so look at this crown. It's so cute. 1 foot in the water, shoes off. Okay, that's adorable. Okay, the devil. How stunning is this? We have the faces of the quote unquote like enslaved, or the people who feel stuck or chained, but really look how light, look how much space there is. Are they truly trapped? This is definitely, I'm also working with the devil, and this is a very like face forward challenging card. I love it when the devils just face the reader. The Tower, very simple. I mean, this deck is not busy. It's really lovely. It's illustrated really well. It has this sort of storybook feel, and yet it is getting across some really intense messages. That's an intense card to see. The face turned away. It's as if it's the same kid, only with pants on. It's just an interesting journey. The ending of something. The Star. Oh, fascinating. The idea of this veil over the face of the star. We're seeing 2 cups. Interesting. They're not pouring like water back and forth. Wait, that's Temperance. They're not pouring water into the onto the ground like we usually see with this star card. So this is going a little bit away from the Rider-Waite-Smith, but in a beautiful way that makes me want to know more. Again, we love these crescent moons we're seeing in this shape all throughout the deck. Stars and crescents are everywhere. And the moon, I do love a good crayfish. We don't see the dogs in the moon. Kind of a loss, to be honest. I always love seeing the dogs, but again, this deck is going for a little simpler illustration. Then we have the sun. I really love that sun, actually. I like that it's not a naked baby. Yeah, what can I say? Judgment is nice and shadowy. That's really interesting. I love Judgment as a rebirth card, entering a new phase. We have the eye of the divine here, and people coming out from the shadows, from death. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, I love that world. Oh my God. Okay. That's just stunning. We've got the 4 fixed signs here: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And we've got this gorgeous figure resting in the flourishing is the word I would use. Flourishing in the middle. Beautiful. Those colors are just gorgeous, like the 80s come alive again. All right. And then oh my gosh, the Ace of Wands. Absolutely creating, blooming, something beginning. 2 of Wands. Oh, isn't that interesting? We have like a string connecting this person to the tree. This is when you're making your plans. This is when you are figuring out which way you want to go. And the 3, such interesting imagery with like the hands and the fingertips becoming the wands. I've never seen this suit yet. This is brand new to me. I love that. This person, they are ready to have the results. They're welcoming in the future and saying, I'm setting off. I'm on my way. Let's go. Oh, bees or actually, that looks more like wasps or hornets. Question mark. Again, not the best with animal identification here. So, take it with a grain of salt. That's interesting, but it is supposed to be like a celebratory card where you get to you get progress on your journey. But look at that beautiful, the gold wings. You have the 5 of Wands showing inner conflict. And the 6, oh, I love that the horse is being honored. There's no person riding the horse. The 7 of Wands. Oh, is this an orangutan? I mean, you really got to forgive me for this, for not getting these animals right. But isn't this interesting? It's like instead of fighting off in a defensive way, this animal is just like, what the fuck? Like scratching his head going like, I don't know why you're after me. Like, I don't know why. Like, I don't need to be bothered by y'all. I'm good. Thanks. The 8 of Wands. Yep. Moving fast, moving upward. Go now. Take the step. 9 of Wands. Yep. Like being afraid of the dark, feeling like I'm almost to the finish line. This person is looking behind them at where they came from. We have the 10 of Wands. Oh, really interesting. So the 10 of Wands is antlers. It's sort of like you made it energy. Like celebrating that you actually made it through. This is a little bit less to me like overwhelm, but maybe they need to shed these antlers. The Page of Wands pointing to this this like lizard, I believe, out there dreaming and creating. Oh, that's gorgeous. We see again the same animal. Knight of Wands. I wonder if all the knights will be the horse, or if there will be humans in there, because this is like hot and now. This horse is looking right at you going, what are you passionate about? Are you ready to go? Beautiful Queen of Wands. I love much more, closer to the Rider-Waite-Smith here with the black cat, the staff wand on a throne, sun energy, so confident. Whoa, interesting. King of Wands. A little askew here. We've got like things are just a little bit playful, wild. Like there's patches and scarves, and it's wonky. It's full of fire. It's holding 2 people. That's so fascinating. Interesting. Ace of Cups, overflowing water, wonderful gift. Love that color of the background. Two of Cups, what a beautiful merger of passionate meeting of two souls here. Love the snakes. Three of Cups, yeah, let's get together and celebrate. Find your community. It's pretty classic. Four of Cups, we are contented. We're just sort of taking it easy, resting on our laurels, maybe not really appreciating all that's in front of us. Need to discern what we want and don't want, things like that. I really love the background there. Five, with the emphasis on that bridge and the shadow again over the body, like the cloak in the typical RWS, where we need to recognize our feelings and not cross over them or bypass them too quickly. We need to fully feel here before we can cross over and get to the two that are upright. Six of Cups, adorbs, cute, doing your hair, little flower, bundles of flowers. I love it. It's so cute. Seven of Cups, classic, trying to make a decision, dreaming, illusion. Eight of Cups, again, pretty classic with some of this imagery with against the RWS. As you know, loving this crescent moon thing. Just loving it. Love wherever it shows up. Wait a minute. I thought it was the Nine of Swords. Because, but it's Nine of Cups and it's a deluge of cups. It is a shower. And this person's kind of just like sitting there, I guess, contented. Interesting, but it's almost obscuring them. Like, that's such an interesting take. I got to think about that. That's cute. That sun moon like makeout sesh here, and we've got two happy humans dancing in the magic below. Love that. Love the joy in this card. And isn't it interesting? Like, it's the sun and moon together. The sky is dark. It feels like they're in space, and like this is the earth down here. All right, the Page of Cups. What a dreamer. Creative. Just in the water. Love it. Ooh. Ooh. The Knight of Cups is basically covered in fish. That's a little creepy, that face. Not gonna lie. But I do love the parallel, or the, what do you call that? When things are the same on both sides. My goodness. Anyway, that's interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I think it's just the weird face and all the fish that's kind of giving me a squick. Ooh, the Queen of Cups is a big old fish. Big old mer person covered in something. Covered in fish. Not sure, actually. Okay, we've got fish head people. We got mer people for the king and queen. Interesting. There's a sliver of a moon here and a full moon here. I'm definitely reading full moon, not sun, even though it has rays, because it's a dark sky. Come on. These are very similar. Ace of Swords. Oh my, Two of Swords. Is this like the all-seeing cow, like an oracle? Because like I don't know what to make of that, y'all. I don't know. It kind of looks like they're about to cut off the cow's head. Not really a fan of that. Okay, I'll read about that in the book later. Got the classic Three of Swords. Womp womp. Everybody needs to know that I'm not a huge fan of just seeing this in a lot of decks that know how to go their own way. But oh well, that's all right. The Four of Swords, again, pretty classic RWS look here. Finally resting after harm and battle. And we've got what looks like a mummy. Been through a lot, this mummy, and definitely went through a lot to win. And now they're just left bandaged and holding all the swords that they don't need. Six of Swords, we've got that journey, move it like, oh, I really love these colors. A veiled person and a child. That's interesting, the veiled person. Like you're not sure where you're going, but you know you're on the way, but you need to heal. So that's what I see with like taking the swords with you. We got that sneaky, crafty fox imagery here for the 7. And I do like the use of like these circles. It's another way of harmonizing the illustrations together. Do have the 8 of Swords. Interesting that they're in water, actually. It being an air suit. And we're not seeing a lot of air in the illustrations, actually. Classic 9 of Swords. This person looks like they're screaming into the blanket, and I relate. And again, basic classic 10 of Swords. It's ended, it's over. A paradigm is shifting. And the Page of Swords, we are playful, learning, curious, impulsive. The Knight of Swords, jumping into battle. Queen of Swords, no face on this person. Love that they're... So I see this like, that was with the cups. I want to see the wands again. Okay. The King of Wands. Queen of Wands was pretty typical. Oh, it's like she's the sun though. Okay. Queen of Swords is objective. Direct. King of Swords, very similar again here with the King and Queen. I feel like the wands differed the most between the King and Queen. Ace of Pentacles. Balancing the Two of Pentacles. Collaborating to tip billionaire boats with the orcas and the Three of Pentacles. They're about to cause some mischief. Oh, interesting. With the Four of Pentacles and this sun in the background, and there's all these people. Do you know, this makes me feel like hoarding wealth when there's needs, like many people have needs. Like how do you decide where to give your resources? But we really should be taking care of everyone and not hoarding, or being selfish with our belongings. The Five of Pentacles. Oh, that sense of disappointment and rejection. But look at this. There's help. People are like, hey, I see you. I see you. I'm here to help. Oh, they look so dejected. The Six of Pentacles. That's okay. That's interesting. This sort of like what was I going to say? Like this divine hand of justice, so to speak, like balancing the scales. But honestly, it looks like they're keeping it right out of reach. It's the idea that we need to ask for what we need and make sure that we are giving and being generous, and also able to receive and really being a part of the cycle of giving and receiving. 7, oh, that's a cute 7 of Pentacles. I like that. The harvest is going to come in soon. You are tending to your enormous crop. We have a gorgeous 8 of Pentacles here. Keep at your craft. Burn the midnight oil. That's what I'm doing right now. This video is being shot late. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, that's so great. I love that. The sun, I'm surprised the gold isn't really like on these, but that's okay. The sun is shining on this very lush, wealthy person who has succeeded at so much. Yes. So we saw, I think, the lovers as elephants, and now we see the Ten of Pentacles as a family and a herd. That's wonderful. Oh, okay. I've seen the Page of Pentacles in a lot of the art of this deck when I've seen like this posted. This is just a gorgeous, whimsical character, and I'm loving the pages like a lot in this deck. The Knight of Pentacles, classic. Take your time, steady as you go, focus on your goal. Queen of Pentacles, we have, oh, that's luscious. Lush. Look at all the fruit. Oh, I really like that. So green, so secure. Crossed ankles because you're chill AF. King of Pentacles. Solid, grounded, wealthy. Again, with like the patched pants though. So like knows how to use resources and isn't wasteful. Oh, this is interesting. This is the bonus card, the Travelers. Sweet, with all the planets. This feels cute. This feels very like astrological. Hanging the moon. Searching. That's cute. All right. I think I've said cute a billion times, so there's that. So that is the Curious Travels Tarot, and I'm going to show you how it shuffles. So slippery, slipping right out of my hands. Oh my god. So it actually feels kind of big. Yeah, it feels kind of big. Before I shuffle, I want to see. So I have the Light Seers Tarot right here. Oh, it is bigger. Okay, so it's a slight, that's interesting. I wonder why they chose to do it that way, because I don't think the illustrations need to be larger, but, you know, maybe it's that border. So that's why my hand is having a little bit of a strug. And I don't have tiny hands, so. I mean. Ooh. She butter. It's just, it's compact, linen. So easy. So easy to shuffle. That is just a pleasure. Let's draw one card and read the entry. What card is most helpful for the viewer right now? Is this upside down? Yeah. What card is most helpful for the viewer at this time? That's too many. Dude. All right, let me pick it this way. Ooh, no, I want a fan. Yes. All right. Let's do this baby right here. We've got the Four of Cups. Okay, let's get into the book. Four of Cups. A man in a red hat slouches in his desk chair, contemplating 3 cups before him. He is lost in thought and focused, almost to a fault. Perhaps if he leans back a little too far, the chair will fall over and he'll accidentally notice the 4th cup behind him. Upright, you are being very cautious and choosy when it comes to new opportunities. This could be for good reasons. Perhaps you're wary of people trying to take advantage of you, or you feel overworked and need a break. Let yourself say no, but always pay attention. The perfect new project might be waiting just around the corner. Reversed, you are feeling rather antisocial and quiet lately. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Everyone needs some peace and alone time when external forces grow too loud. Make sure that your friends and family understand why you are taking this space for yourself, as miscommunications can lead to problems and hurt feelings. All right. Those are pretty classic meanings. But I like that it doesn't really just talk about apathy and boredom. It's saying you're being choosy about your opportunities. Yeah, feels good. That is the Curious Travels Tarot deck. Wonderful. I'm so glad to have it. And I'm excited to use it. Oh, I'm really really into this US Games linen cardstock though. And this box. Amazing. All right, let's move on. The next most recent deck that I received earlier this week, and I got it off of Etsy, where the illustrator or the editor, rather, the graphic designer keeps it on Etsy. The Unemployed Philosophers Guild.com. You can also look there for the publisher. But this deck I've seen sold counterfeit so much. You really have to watch out for that. Like if you're buying off of any website, eBay, Amazon, even Etsy, honestly, and definitely any website like Temu, fuck that shit. But even if you're like buying off of Amazon, the artist is not getting the actual money from that because they are not selling this wonderful book style box. Doesn't have the proper guidebook. So just watch where you're ordering from, my friends. I got this off of Todd Alcott's Etsy. All right. So the Pulp Tarot, we have a very simple guidebook here. Each, entry is a paragraph. And honestly, it's, it tells a little bit about the art, but it's really telling the story of the tarot. So yeah, pretty basic, but good. All right. So look, come on. So the thing about this box, the ribbon's nice, this book like pops up, so, and this doesn't have a magnetic closure. So I really wish this box had some sort of closure because it's really easy for things to fall out. If you don't put the book on top, the cards will fall out, if it's stored vertically. But the ribbon's a nice touch, and really the aesthetics of that box are just like freaking amazing. So we have the backs here. You see the Pulp Tarot just repeated over and over again. And I don't really love these backs, but because I don't really love words on backs, but I really like the way this is done. I really like the abstracted geometric print of it. Okay, and I've already used this deck a couple of times, but I will point out that when I got it, it was slightly bowed. It was slightly sort of like askew, and that's not really a huge deal. It's just kind of a sign of the type of cardstock that was used, which doesn't seem to have, I'm not sure if it has a core or not, but it is a little bit, it's more easily bent. But honestly, don't worry about it. It's still good quality. It's just a little glossy and gets misshapen more easily than probably other cardstock, but it's not too cheap. Since I didn't take the time to put this in order, I'm just gonna go through it a bit just to show you the examples. But what I really love about it is it is so well designed. I love that Todd Alcott's little TA is in the corner. Um, this is so, it looks like, yeah, we're looking at comic books, we're looking at paperbacks, we're in like the pulp era here. So we've got these suits and these little icons, as well as wonderful kind of pulpy collage. And each suit has its own font face, which I love. Oh, see, the glare is really getting me with this though, y'all. So I'm sorry about the glare, but it is a shinier deck, and I'm just gonna have to let it be. The swords, and this ends up looking so Rider-Waite-Smith, right? But it's really, it's moody. Oh, I love the major arcana. Every major arcana card has its own kind of font treatment. It does say MA, like major arcana, here in the corner, which I love. It's just so well designed. Everything has this really nice sort of broken down, aged paper. But like I can feel like a bow in the cards. Like it just feels, they feel like twisted, and that's a little weird, but like it's not going to keep me from using it or shuffling the way I usually shuffle with it. The Eight of Swords, Knight of Swords, exploring with the Two of Wands. I mean, this is so period. It's like perfectly vintage. King of Swords looks like, I don't know, just thinking of somebody who worked in advertising like way back in the day. Seven of Pentacles. The boss dude, King of Pentacles. Okay. The Lovers is hysterical. Like, we have, they look so freaked out. Little Adam and Eve. So much fun. And the number of the majors are there. So yeah, we've got a little bit of sci-fi. Sorry about the glare, y'all. A little bit of sci-fi. Here's another classic Eight of Wands. Sweet little Six of Cups, though, right? Like, that's freaking adorable. Nine of Cups is my bae. Like, this is fantastic. She's sexy, she's thriving. She's drinking her own bounty. I love that. Hilarious Four of Pentacles. You are in quicksand, sir, and you are holding on to something that will not save you. The Empress. Oh, she is luscious. Luscious. We do have sort of a classic religious hierophant here. He looks fucking dead, okay? Like, look, that face. Like, I'm sorry. You are undead, sir. Temperance. Why is it the only one with quotes around it? Seriously. Why is this the only one with quotes around it? Part man, part woman, all angel. Hilarious. Tell me this is not queer, though. Come on. I love that. I'm going to take it that way because I said so. Hanged Man. Oof. Falling Man. Kind of dark. This, I don't know why. I'm here for this Six of Wands. I love this ticker tape parade vibe. This makes me want to party. I'm so here for this. I love that card for some reason. Justice, she is a goddess. She's here to fuck you up. Yeah. That reminds me of like, what is blaxploitation movies of the era. Okay. So yeah, we're seeing Okay, so we got the world here. One thing I noticed about the world is it's sort of like going into mid-century modern and away from the pulp era. That's what they say in the book. So there is some explanation of the art in some of the write-ups. We have the Fool here. Excellent Fool, just running, taking that chance off that cliff. Love that. Really like using a woman for the Fool. This is so great. The Eight of Pentacles is, I'm just going to paint these pentacles, not your nude, but yeah. So we've got some really excellent, excellent major arcana, like vibes. Love that. Judgment as like a zombie apocalypse. Yeah. So it's really classic, has a lot of this vintage publishing vibe. Yeah, it's excellent. It's fun. I think it's gonna be a really, I would love this font for the Wheel of Fortune. It's so well designed. Todd Alcott has an amazing way of using collage and finding like original source art, but also manipulating it in a way that makes it look real of its time. Like that's just, he does a great job. High priestess, little mini pope. So it's great. I'm really glad to have it. It really was not expensive. So please buy straight from the artist, Todd Alcott, or go to the publisher, philosophersguild.com for the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. Okay? Excellent. I'm going to put this away and get to the next thing. The Oracle. Look how tiny. The Oracle that I got. I wanted to get the tin version of this deck so I could take it with me wherever I go. And honestly, these oracles by Rebecca Campbell tend to take up a lot of space. I mean, all decks take up a lot of space, but I didn't really feel like I needed the larger version because I know that the guidebook is so good. So I love these little tins. I'm kind of obsessed with these tins, and I want them. I want all the little tin versions of everything. But I did get this because I don't really have a lot of Rebecca Campbell decks. I think I have two. I've got Work Your Light, which I really haven't used, and the Rose Pocket Oracle. So I got this because, I kind of wanted there to be an accessible accessible for me, a way to connect with the divine feminine and feminine energy, Magdalene energy, things like that. As I'm sort of healing, I think, that relationship in my life a bit. And so I got this gorgeous deck. Just sparkly and pink and gorgeous and beautiful. And it was heavily, heavily on sale. I probably got this for $6 or $8. So definitely recommend the Hay House sales because you will be able to find incredible things for lower prices, and they always have sales. So here's the back. I think it's lovely and soft. Then we have the cards. And again, easy to read the dark text on the light background. Totally fine for like a pocket size thing. And I don't know if the art has been shrunk or trimmed in any certain ways, but this is fine for me since I don't know any better. So we have the Fertile Void, Inner Winter, Rest, Patience, and Potency. Just saying, I just made a video on TikTok about this exact topic, and that's wild. So love that little confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. The Child Within, Inner Mother, Innocence, Tenderness. Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, destiny, the wastelands, sustainability, slow down, rose without thorns, joy, peace, sweetness of life. This person looks like they're in pain, but okay, they're probably praying or something. The second bloom, second chance, new possibilities. And so the thing about these Rebecca Campbell decks that has sort of kept me from buying them before is the cards kind of look the same. Like they kind of blend, you know? There's so much there's so many ethereal layers and filters and light leaks and textures, and they're luscious and beautiful, right? Some of them are clearer than others, but just they look a lot alike. So the illustrations themselves are not where I'm getting my intuitive hits. I'm really going for the keywords with these decks. So they have to have really great key phrases. And I'm noticing, this looks like the Hathors or something actually in the background. So I'm noticing certain things that I bet are in the guidebook, or I hope are in the guidebook. I just realized, do I have another? I also have the ancient stones. This is great. I have used the ancient stones more than Work Your Light or the rose, but I just got the rose recently and just haven't really sat down with it much. So I do need to grow my connection here. And another reason I got this oracle is to connect with the feminine in my maternal and paternal family lines. So ancestor work as well as divine feminine energy. So I think that's going to be really great for reaching out to the feminine energy that got me here, the creators of life in my family. The rose of Venus, flow, harmony, right relationship. Plant yourself here, integration, embodiment, and action. I love that there's actually more green in that. The rose thread, inner call, soul led, the mystic, courage. There's a lot of keywords, but I'll take it. The great mother, surrender to the mystery, trust. Brothers of the rose, sacred, masculine, protection, support. There's actually like a pregnant person in the center, and I guess masculinity protecting her. Codes of the seeds. Oh, I love the colors here. See this, I could really go for more of this. There's a little bit more space. You can tell kind of what's happening in it. But there really is sort of like a mystical high vibe, if you will, kind of energy in this deck, which take it or leave it, you know. It looks a little pretty people to me. It looks like, you know, we're gonna go on a Bali retreat and take ayahuasca in another country, and then, you know, it's a little bit aesthetic for me. It's a little bit thin, pretty people. I don't think I've ever seen a fat person in a Rebecca Campbell deck. Pregnancy doesn't count. So, you know, there's that. Sometimes the artist is Katie Louise. So in the Katie Louise decks, I have not seen that so far either. So, I mean, I'm excited to try it. I'm glad I got the mini because it's affordable. And I am working on kind of healing and reimagining my connection to my inner feminine and the sacred feminine. So, yeah, it is really beautiful though, and I hope I get really wonderful, beautiful readings, and perhaps I will connect more with a divine feminine energy and receive more channeled readings that way. Okay, so that is the Rose Pocket Oracle, Rebecca Campbell, art by Katie Louise. And off it goes. The very last thing I'm going to go over in this video is we're going to flip through a little bit of the tarot for the Light Seers book that I got on sale. I am so excited for this book. Seriously, I do read with the Light Seers tarot, and it is an incredibly accessible read. It is so clear. It's classic. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, you're probably new here. And this book came out by Chris Ann to go through the symbols, messages, and secrets of the cards. And I'm excited because I think this is going to enhance my reading in general of other decks as well. So we have, it looks like, let's see what the table of contents shows us. Again, there's going to be quite a bit of glare because of my light. There's a letter to the Light Seer, tarot as a tool for healing. We have basics, reading spreads. Oh, that's cool. There's so many spreads. And I know we have multiple pages on each of these cards, as well as we have tarot correspondences here with the RWS, and runes, cheat sheet, elements, tarot landscapes. Awesome. I'm so excited. I mean, this deck is a classic. Like, honestly, she created a classic deck for our time. And so Dancing with Duality, tarot as a tool for healing. Boom, we have spreads. Look how artistic. I just love the page design. It feels sketched and 3D. I'm excited to use these spreads. I love that little touch here. Major Arcana. Okay, this I'm so stoked because you have a huge write-up on the Fool, and you even have a spread for the Fool. Wow. What else? Okay, amazing. So we have the meanings from the guidebook, because this is an extended guidebook. And we also, I would have to compare this to the deck itself, but it looks like quite a bit more text. And then we have great questions for reflection. But what I'm really stoked about is any deck that goes into the symbolism in the illustrations. So we have the yellow dress for optimism, happiness, new ideas, mental activity, building confidence. Tiny red dots in hair. I didn't even notice those. Seeds of pomegranates from the priestess. Like, I just didn't even know that was in there. The amethyst crystal, healing, protection. Crystals often serve as gateways to higher realms, naivete. Falling into this sacred geometry, falling into the seed of life. Sacred geometry for first step of creation consciousness, electromagnetic spectrum of light, blueprint of the universe. This is just all is possible. First steps of a new journey. Yeah, this is fantastic. And the spread, trust fall. Foolishly, maybe, but this is how dreams are launched. And this is a spread for starting new journeys. Oh, yay. I'm so excited. Oh, look at this. Healing with the Fool. Fear, trust issues, analysis paralysis, respiratory disorders, asthma, foot problems, vertigo, being accident prone, ADHD, healing the inner child. What? Let me go back to that section on healing. Tarot as a tool for healing. When I sat down to reimagine the original guide, I knew it had to include a few key changes that represented the way the world has woven itself into something new. The majors hold potent energetic medicines that are highly effective for healing, and I believe that we can draw down those energies from the ethers and ask them to help guide our journeys towards wellness. Each major has its own spread in this guide, so if you already know a specific archetype you want to work with, simply go to that section. Okay. I used to imagine that we could read cards and then use the interpretation to change our thoughts or emotions. This would, of course, call forth some magical restorative vibes to help us heal. All right, let me go forward. After working one-on-one with patients in the clinic and working with energy via massage, touch, and acupuncture, the way I sense and see energy has shifted, and the profound nature of those little dots and rays of energy on the cards has become even more meaningful. Energy blockages to heal that. Interesting. The tarot can be the perfect catalyst for loosening and releasing stuck energy. Am I suggesting that tarot messages replace conventional medicine? Of course not. But they can help unstick the stuck, as they are balms for the soul and can help us change the patterns that occur as a result of the way we think. They can swoop in and temporarily short circuit a negative looping thought pattern, or they can pause emotional pain for long enough for us to see a new way forward. Okay. And just there's more to that if you want to read more. Get this book. Connecting with your cards. I love that. So here we are. We're back at the Fool. The Magician. Getting the same, right? So the Magician's story, the High Priestess, an intuition upgrade spread. The Hierophant is pink. Love that. Yeah, I'm gonna love pulling these spreads for these majors. So if we get past the majors, we have the minor arcana. Oh, and it's so beefy. Like you get the same treatment. Basically, you have, here's the ace and the 2. Okay, we do have the full write-up on the ace, full write-up on the 2. You just don't have like an extra spread. So this is an incredible amount of energy. The 5 and the 6. So I really like that we're sort of seeing 2 of the cards next to each other. 7 to 8. It's actually a really nice way of combining so you're not printing as much, but let's see what you do for... Okay, so here's a court card. The Knight of Wands. We have plenty of text for that. Queen of Wands. We probably have the Page and the Knight together. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Cups. So it's basically the same throughout the book. Amazing. We love to see it. I love all the detail. I'm excited to go through this. And I've always loved Chris Ann's writing. I've always been really moved. And something the tarot correspondences is incredible. So we're seeing the Light Seers and the Rider-Waite-Smith symbols, which is just fantastic. So it's going to help you understand the RWS even better. And then there's, a rune cheat sheet, as well as correspondences for each card. Like the Fool is the Air and Uranus card, air or spirit ether element. Radho rune. I guess, wow, music. Where are you getting these from? Okay, you get I see. So the rune correspondences are by Chris Ann. The music correspondences are by Paul Foster Case. And the body correspondences are from Aleister Crowley. And you have the rune cheat sheet, elements, tarot landscapes. Interesting. Oh, so a quick reference for interpreting landscapes based on the Rider-Waite-Smith. So like when you see a rainbow in the cards, it means this. That's amazing. I love it. I'm so excited. Like, I haven't been excited about a guidebook in a while. I mean, I love a good guidebook, but I usually just get them with the deck. I have not. And honestly, the Light Seers is awesome. It's great. Obviously, I need to like recolor the edges, but like you can see that like mine's gone through the shit here. Like I have been shuffling this to death. It doesn't have the best quality cardstock. It's very papery. It's, yeah, it bends. But honestly, I don't mind. I don't mind that it's getting kind of a beating. It's a classic. So that's it. That's my huge haul. We went through a lot today. That was a really long video, folks. Like, thank you so much for coming along. I'm very excited to share these things with you. And if you want a reading with any of these decks, I would be excited to give it to you. Please go to my website and check out the form to link up and we will read, or DM me for a reading and I will send you that way. If you want a reading, hit me up. I give readings that go deep, that really hold you in love and compassion. And so if you would like that experience, I'm here. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. This is Julia King Boone with The Growing Intuitive. And I wish you all the best. Lots of love.